I'd like to call the Neighborhood Services and Education Committee meeting to order. This is a meeting for April 11, 2013. Richard McCoy.
Good afternoon. I'm also, as the Vice Chair of the Senior Commission, want to express my very dissatisfaction with the fact that we did not see this report officially. It was not sent out until the 5th of this month, and that was 6 days ago, and it's our first opportunity to actually read it in depth. It should have been given to the Senior Commission either as a draft proposal or in some form, so we could have looked at it, evaluated it, and read it, and perhaps come up with some different conclusions. Just seeing what it is so far, we may not agree or disagree with all the solutions. For example, the situation as to the quality of the food. The particular graph showed an increase in quality, but it does not say the time period other than the year, which means was it Bateman or pre-Bateman? If you look at the Bateman quality, the food has gone up, but if you look at compared to the cook on site, it'll never be the same. And having one who visits many of the senior centers, and I go out to 4 to 7 of them a month, test the food, talk to the seniors there, interface with them, as do a lot of the other commissioners who are liaisons. They're down because they don't like the food or they can't get to the food to eat it. And since the nutrition program is a very integral part of their community and their mental health and a chance for them to get together and work with other seniors and have a life, it's very important to them. But they found the food is not up to the level. The soups, which they talk about adding, they wanted to add casseroles and hot dogs. These are what the seniors are asking for. And apparently maybe they might not be part of the nutrition, but they're the foods they want and they will make them happy. So considering the fact that there should be a cost increase to the money allocated, because last year there was almost a doubling of the corn price. Just 6 months ago there was an 80% increase in the chicken prices, which means Bateman is not going to be able to buy the same amount of food for the same amount of money. The same thing we all experience when we go to the supermarket now. So rather than continue with status quo, I would suggest a 5% increase in the nutrition budget. Thank you.
Press.
So given that the chair and vice chair are here asking for their opportunity to weigh in on this report, I think it'd be appropriate if we refer this report to them and ask for their feedback for our next committee meeting, of course, pending their meeting.
Why don't we have the Deputy City Manager who wants to weigh in on the issue.
Madam Vice Mayor, members of the committee, Norberto Dueñas, Deputy City Manager. The other option that could be considered, this item reports out to the council agenda on April 30th, so that's about 20 days from now. So if we could have staff maybe work with the Senior Commission, and I would encourage the commissioners to take some time and incorporate their comments, and we're happy to pass on through a supplemental memo to the council for that April 30th meeting. Any other comments on the report? That's one option. If you want to refer it back, that's also a possibility.
I was just concerned, I'm sorry, I was just concerned that they may not have their next commission meeting before that date, and I was more interested in getting their full feedback. That was more important to me than the timing of it, because given the commitment I heard from these folks, they really had an interest in weighing in on this issue. Do you know when the next commission meeting is?
It is June, and so we would have to hold a special meeting, or we could do it through email or whatever the will of the committee is for us to gather feedback.
Okay.
Well, I think that it's probably more appropriate for them to have a meeting on this, because I don't know if every senior commissioner has access to internet at home or have access to email. It's really important that the council get an opportunity to hear this report, because obviously we're going to make some changes and some decisions as we move forward with the budget process. So if we wait until June for the Senior Commission to have this meeting, I think it's not going to be very effective. If there is a way for the Senior Commission to have a special meeting between now and the end of April, I think it's more appropriate. We can definitely delay this report probably another week, so maybe the first week of May, to hear back and get feedback from the Senior Commissioner. That would be my preference.
That sounds good. I think the bigger picture here for me also is a referral to the commission, encourage them to provide feedback not only on this report, that they've made clear they have an interest in, but also the mayor's budget message and the direction in the city manager's budget is going to be released soon. There's a number of issues there that are directly related on this item. So I think it would be incumbent upon them also to have a special meeting or an ad hoc meeting to talk about feedback, because I think the time that we invested in redoing all these commissions and making it clear that there's a commitment from the council to invest in the commissions again, I think this is another opportunity for them to speak up and have their voice heard. So whether or not we defer this or the report goes to council a week or two later, I think the bigger picture is for them to provide feedback not only on this item but also on the budget process as well.
Right. And so, obviously, with the few senior commissioners who are here, you obviously heard from this committee that we want to hear your feedback. So if there's an opportunity to hold a special meeting between now and the end of April, we would like that to happen so that staff can come back with your feedback. So I would assume the motion is
amended
modified
as
to
such.
incorporate that, yeah. Okay, on the motion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Thank you very much, staff. Thank you, and that will conclude our meeting. We are adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone.